NHL Breakout is a grassroots program played on asphalt and expected to attract thousands of players, male and female. For the uninitiated, there's street hockey, sneakers required, and today it was all street hockey, all part of the Toronto Maple Leafs Street Buds program.
We have our Street Buds program, which we started last winter, where kids could sign up in their communities, community centers throughout Toronto, and the program was very successful.
Playing street hockey, I was always the smallest in the neighborhood, so they always threw me in nets, lots of padding. But it was always a lot of fun, and that's, I tell you what, coming back here, it's a lot of reminiscing about the old days, how you had so much fun playing street hockey.
In addition to street hockey, there'll be roller hockey, obstacle courses, exhibits, and all kinds of skating clinics. Basically, it's capitalizing on the inline skating craze.
We think there's a great crossover, obviously, from ice hockey into inline. More and more kids can participate for more months of the year in the great sport of hockey.
Now, skates alone will allow you to play, but you should be playing with protective gear. So what we've done is we've come to Just Hockey here with Greg and with Gus from Just Hockey to tell us about some of the things you need to buy if you're going to play safely. Now, skates are the obvious one. What would be the next one?
The next one would be probably wrist guards. Wrist guards are the most important thing, just as helmets are. What we have to do is we got to size up the boy or the girl, whoever's trying them on, and making sure that they fit comfortable. Now, they have a piece of plastic on the inside part of the wrist and one on the back, which prevents the wrist from snapping backwards or forwards, because the first thing that does happen when you do fall is your hands go down, either in front of you or in back of you, and therefore this will protect you fully.
Now, that'll stop him from falling, but what about holding the hockey stick? Because you have this big hard thing here. Won't it restrict the kid from holding a hockey stick?
It might restrict him a little bit. I mean, he can sort of adjust the wrist guard, pull it back, but he still can hold the stick and he can still play with it. But the restriction, you're right, is there, but it won't be a full restriction. He might have a little problem holding the stick, but he can still play with it. All right, Greg, let's try this elbow pad. As we said, there's other pieces of equipment that are also important besides the wrist guards. Elbow pads are also very important. You got to make sure that you put these on if you can.
And they're the most familiar for kids because they would wear them playing normal ice hockey.
Exactly. I mean, as long as they're comfortable with them, which in time will happen. I mean, you'll get more familiar with the elbow pad, and against a piece of equipment that's just as important as a wrist guard and just as important as the knee pads as we're going to get to in a short while. Helmets are made to protect your head. If the helmet cracks, it's done its job and it's protected your head from actually cracking. Mm-hmm. Therefore, they do crack depends upon the impact. So as long as your head is well protected, and this is the whole purpose of the helmet, is to protect your head, and if it cracks, it does crack, it has done its job. The surface that you're skating on is not like your shoes. You have a smaller surface, therefore the chances of you falling is greater. And it's a whole new experience for a lot of people, and therefore it's going to cause you the odd time to sort of fall, which everyone does, as I previously said, and so therefore you should be well protected.
So get your gear on and come on down. NHL Breakout goes all this weekend in Toronto, and still to come, Edmonton in the next few weeks. Rob Sinclair for Sportsline.